What's up, YouTube? Tim from SSG, and I'm here with...
Max Gold.
What'd you do, Max?
I got top 5 today at South Portland Regional.
And what were you playing?
I was playing Zefra.
Awesome. Let's get on this deck real fun.
Yeah. So I'm playing 3 Zefra. He's your main scale. Self-explanatory, pretty much. 3 Zefra Nui. He's the Searcher. He's the best card in the deck. Gotta play 3. 2 Zefraxi because I want to keep cycling them in my extra deck because when it uses its effect, it gets put on the bottom of the deck. So even though it's a combo piece, I play 2 just so I can keep seeing it every turn. And then for those Zefra 1-ofs, I do 1 Thubin, 1 Zefraxiton, and 1 Wendy, just for a combination of their levels and scales to do certain combos with. Then I'm playing 2 Darkworm and 2 Gate Zero. I doubled up on the engine just so that in the blind going first matchup, or just in the blind matchup in general, I'm more likely to see it because it's pretty essential and it's pretty good against all decks. I usually side 2 out in game 2 and game 3. 1 Armageddon Knight in the main deck, and 1 Destrudo. Destrudo basically just opens up a bunch of 7s, and now in today's game, when you have access to level 7s, you have access to the Vortex combo.
Right.
Hand traps, I'm playing 3 Gamma, 1 Driver. This didn't come up on my own turn once this game, but I played it a lot on my opponent's turn, so it's okay. 2 Ogre and 2 Effect Veiler, and I'm only playing 2 of these because they're searchable with the field spell, Oracle. So yeah, I only played 2 just because between these 7 you're likely to see something, and you can also search the other ones if you get the right cards for the combos. So for spells, like I said, 3 Oracle. This basically lets you stack a card to the top of your deck, and then anything that will let you draw one will let you end up adding that hand trap to your hand. 3 Providence. This is the best card in the deck by far. Add any Zefra card, so it's just so broken. 3 Dragon Shrine for Destrudo and for Darkworm, so it's got 2 uses, which is really nice. A 4th Dragon Shrine. Rhoda searches out Thubin and Armageddon Knight, so you can, yeah, it's sort of just a useful card. And E-Telly is so good because Zefra Wendy is a psychic, so you normal summon any pendulum monster and then E-Telly out Wendy and can go into Electromite from there. And then basic trap lineup, 3 of each of these. There's not much more to say. This one's, you can plus off of these ones, so probably these 2 are the best, but this one's usually the most reliable to go for. Extra deck? Yep. 2 Electromite. I never really felt like I needed the 3rd today, and the 2nd one only came up a couple times. 1 Metaltron to go in off of that, and a Decode Talker. This never came up today. 1 M7, you can make them off of 2 Zefra Nuis or any of the 6s in your deck. This card is so clutch, just being able to spin something. Like if something can't be destroyed, you can just spin it. And this came up really, really big today to win me a game. Absolute and Vortex, because Vortex is part of your ending board in a lot of combos. So yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Charge Warrior, this is one of the ways you search out your hand traps. You summon Charge Warrior, have Oracle on board. Charge Warrior is Chainlink 1, Oracle is Chainlink 2, and then you stack the hand trap, and then this lets you draw the hand trap. Horus, this card is also super clutch. You can steal an opponent's monster. It came up really big against Pendulum player where I took their Electromite and used their Electromite to actually search a hand trap, because you can use the Electromite's +1 to also draw. Destrudo's Boys, Yazi, Black Rose, Meteor Burst. Black Rose was really big in a lot of Pendulum matchups today. I played 3 Pendulum players, and I think I used this in maybe 2 or maybe all 3 matches, I don't remember. And 1 Beals, which if you have a 3 and a 4, you can also make him with Destrudo. And this was mostly for True Draco, but I didn't play any True Draco players today. Lastly, 1 Omega for the Gammas. This never came up. And then Chao Feng to put extra damage on board, and also when it's destroyed, it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a tuner to your hand, so that's another way to search a hand trap. Side deck, 2 Armageddon Knights. This is probably what I sided in the most. I just would put this in most going second matchups, just because it's another having 1 card in your hand that opens you up to a lot of plays, so that was really good. Draw Unlock, mostly for terraforming decks. This was really good against Invoked. Kaijus for with ratios of 2 Gamma Seals and 1 Kumongus. This was for True Draco. I never played any True Draco, so that never came up. Cyclones again, like these were for almost all like going second matchups, like knowing I was going to go second and knowing my opponent played a lot of trap cards, but that didn't seem to come up today. 2 called by the Grays for ABCs for 60 cards, that didn't come up. I played an ABC player, but this never came in. And then 3D barrier for the pendulum matchup, and I guess for invoked too. But I sided it in a lot, but I never really saw it. Really, the only thing from my side deck I saw were these 2 Armageddon Knights, but the main deck managed to do enough on its own.
You remember what your matchups were like?
Yeah, I played 3 Pendulum Magician players, 1 ABC, 1 Grand Maju, and 2 Invoked variants. And I think Zefra has a weird edge against other Pendulum decks, just because going first you can usually set up a lot of disrupts that your opponent can't do much about, because your opponent's not really... I guess they're prepared to deal with Pendulum's disrupts and not the disrupts that are like inherent, like pillars or like hand traps or stuff that you can search.
Any changes you make going forward?
Yeah, I'd consider maybe running Astrographs. I used to play Astrographs, but they don't add. They only add extra damage to your board. They don't really add a lot else. Because you can't, since Astrograph has to search before Electromite can trigger to draw, you can't search the card you stacked off of Oracle because it'll get reshuffled. So that's it wasn't that good, but definitely if you play Astrograph, you can sneak in more games that way. So I'd maybe play Astrographs. And of course, once Needle Fiber comes out, you know, gonna be playing that.
So did you mostly play just Pendulum matchups today?
Pretty much.
Any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to Hello Gaming, Austin, Don, Sean, Nate, Derek. Shout outs to Weekend Anime. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, sweet. Thanks for the deck profile.
All right, yeah.
Tim
thank
signing
you.
out.